Day 28 of the lion diet, and I really want some breakfast today. Beef tallow. Hot water. A ribeye that I got from that Good Chop company. Put in the sous vide machine last night, 130. It's weighing 9.9 ounces. I've been really craving some fat. There was pretty good fat on that prime rib I had last night though, that was nice. I got this little salt container, a little spoon, a couple spoonfuls of salt, smoked salt that I smoked myself. I didn't ever realize that smoked salt would taste so good in hot water. It's all about the slurp. Try this meat juice. Since now it's a thing. Somehow that became a thing and now I gotta do it. So that's pretty good. Could use some salt. I mean, can everything use salt? No, not everything. Oh. I don't know what's been happening, but I've been weighing myself and I feel like I'm putting on weight, but I haven't changed what I'm eating. I've showed you everything that I'm eating. It's just weird how my weight fluctuates like that. I was really hopeful that I'd see 220 or lower. And now I'm well, I weighed 226 this morning. I weighed 223 the other day. It got me thinking how easily or how much, weight, even a few pounds like that could just mess with you mentally, because now I feel am I doing something wrong? Why am I going the wrong way? It could even mess with your confidence. Oh, I'm doing the right things, but now the weight's coming back on. Am I making a mistake? Well, there's a lot of variables that could go into it. I've been working out a lot. You could be gaining muscle, but it could be water weight. I mean, if I wanted to hit 220 today, I could. All I was gonna have to do is sweat quite a bit. I'm excited for this ribeye though, and eating breakfast today. I've been craving fat. I was thinking about egg yolks on hamburger and eggs. Yeah, I miss egg yolks. And I went, where were we at? The waiting list for dinner last night was long, so we went over to Fresh Time and we're looking around at some of their meats. And I had some bacon over there. I was that looks so good. I'm well, I miss bacon too. Which I haven't ate a ton, but it's, I'm not bored of the lion diet. I could still change it up, but it's just kind of nice to have a few extra things sometimes. I thought I was bored on carnivore kind of, and I'm I barely scratched the surface of what you can do with carnivore. Pretty loose carnivore. But I literally have been trying to do lion diet most of my carnivore journey. All right, let's cook this steak. Oh yeah. Now that's a nice Maillard reaction. I really like these little salt containers because I miss having the salt, being able to pinch the salt and sprinkle it on it. Just seems so much more fancy. This smoked salt that it's having on hand, it adds a little bit of flavor, but I feel like it adds a lot of love. That's done. 3 seconds later. It's funny, my cheat day It's Saturday on the line diet. And how do I cheat? By not fasting. So I don't really fast the clock. I just don't eat breakfast, and when I can make it home from work, which depends on the day, sometimes not, I eat. But I try to eat around 6 o'clock every night, and then, but I can't because we have things booked at night too. So tonight's gonna be a little bit complicated because I have a men's group I'm going to, and we're going to City Barbecue, which typically just on regular carnivore I wouldn't make a big stink out of it. Just eating some brisket, but I know there's sugar and all these different seasonings on it, and it's probably not the end of the world, like every once in a while. But I'm kind of having a little conflict in my heart, like, well, should you just eat cleaner? You know, try to really do this line diet perfectly other than that prime rib last night. Then I got a comment that said, what kind of toothpaste do you use? And I'm like, I never considered for 1 second what was in the toothpaste I was using. What toothpaste do I use? The kind that is bought, and it miraculously ends up in my medicine cabinet. Didn't even think about it for 1 second. Like, oh man, did I lose my Lion Diet card by brushing my teeth with the wrong stuff? Just gets, no, I don't think so. But the stuff we put in your mouth and we consume, like it just creeps in, and you don't even realize some of the stuff that you're consuming. It's one thing this diet has really helped with, but I never considered the toothpaste. I don't swallow it. My kids want to eat breakfast, and I'm like, get out of the kitchen, let me eat first. Trying to think of what we should eat for dinner tomorrow. And I keep thinking, beef shanks. Beef shanks. I think it's time for some beef shanks. Then I thought, should I try liver again for myself? I'll need a plan B if I try to eat liver, just a little bit or something. But those beef shanks I got from that Mexican market near my house, I think they're calling my name because I've been wanting fat, and they have like all that marrow. Oh, it's good for my skin. The steak needs about 6 eggs in my heart. I'm sitting here trying to enjoy the flavor. I think it needs a little bit more salt. I got these extra salt containers for regular salt, and then maybe I'll try to smoke some other salt. Irish Shamrock just sent me a message saying you got to try the hickory smoke from Redmond's. I'm like, or Redmonds. I always say that wrong. My apologies. I was raised by wolves out in Washington State. Maybe I'll purchase that, or I could just go out and buy, I think I'm out of hickory for my smoker, but go smoke some hickory salt myself. Doesn't that look fancy when I do that, Isaac? Makes me look like a good chef.
I didn't use a spoon.
I don't need the spoon for this. Because then you can kiss your fingers and taste the salt. I just made that up. This ribeye has good flavor.
And I know that's easy to open and close. But I just gotta shake it and open.
Let's try it with my salted water. There's like a campfire in my face, in a good way. I'm gonna finish this off. Good appetizer for the day. Obligatory test. Like, dude, why is your face always red? Well, I was outside working, okay? I was shoveling a rabbit and quail poop. So you get urban homesteader. Want to see my grocery haul? gonna start off with this. Shaivo Amahado. Smoked skinned goat meat. Smells like a freezer. I bought this because I thought it'd be interesting to try something random. Also, like I said, liver. 2 pounds of liver, $2.59 a pound, beef liver. Just looking at it, it's like, yay. And then the creme de la creme. I need 2 hands. Beef shanks. Look at these big old suckers. I asked for 10 pounds. I got 11, almost 12 pounds. But this is gonna be dinner for tomorrow. And honestly, I think I'm gonna do something sketchy for dinner today. If you're wondering why there's high-pitched screaming, they're playing like Mario Kart in the other room. And like, I got a few kids that cannot handle video games without like screaming. I think I'm just gonna do a braised sample. I think I'm gonna have some of the ossobuco, some of the liver, and some of this smoked goat meat. I'm gonna probably grill this ossobuco for tomorrow's dinner, but for right now, it's still frozen, so I'm just gonna. I keep calling it ossobuco, but it's beef shanks. But I'm gonna probably grill it, so I'm gonna defrost it first. This goat meat, we'll see. But I think if I braise all this and just have a nice, just a collagen and bone marrow and livery and goaty concoction for dinner, it may be nice. It might not be nice. But I like experimenting. I think I'm gonna do this pan. That's stuck together pretty good, or is that the whole leg? I think that's the whole leg. It has the 2 bones. I'm learning anatomy here. Oh, it does have this paper on it. That's good to know. Okay, I think that's off that. Which one? They both look good. 1 piece of bone marrow, or bone marrow. I'm gonna throw in this 1 piece of beef shank. 15.7 ounces. This goat meat. I'm gonna shoot for a pound of goat meat. Yeah, 13 ounces. See this up close. It's still frozen. Part of me like, should I just cook some of this up? Try to cook some of this up for lunch, just to have a little snack for lunch. You know how bad I'm resisting the urge to go into the other room and tell them to stop screaming. Yay, beef liver. That's 3 ounces of beef liver. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna put like 24 ounces of water in there. And definitely cover it. Some smoked salt, smoked Redmonds. 1, 2, 3, 4 little scoops. I can adjust later. That's probably plenty. I mean, we'll see how this looks later. Let's just throw some meat, some water, and some salt with some liver. It should be nutritious, at least. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it up to a boil on the stovetop, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven for. I'm gonna probably eat later. I'm gonna skip the city barbecue today and just stick to this when I get back. I usually stay up a little bit later on Saturday nights and Friday nights. I try to go to bed by 10 the other nights, but tonight is fight night. Yeah, the one sport that I follow because I used to do martial arts. But yeah, I'll probably eat after I get home, after 8 o'clock. So I'm just gonna bring this to a boil and just put it in about 250. Just let it go for it. Interesting. So what for lunch? I'm not that hungry, so I could just not eat. But then I know that I'll be hungry by 8 o'clock. And I mean, hunger on the lion diet or like carnivore diet is not the same as hunger when you're starving yourself to death. I've tried even on keto, I felt like I was starving myself to death. Let's see here. I'm gonna cry for lunch. I want to try some of this goat meat, but I'm afraid it's gonna be hard as a rock unless you braise it. And liver, Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna try to eat a little bit of liver for lunch and see what happens. Yeah, I need a camera person. Add in the beef tallow. Just smelling that liver. It's not. I don't want to not like it. I've had liver that doesn't really bother me, but for some reason, yeah, I've been having a harder time with it. I mean, I like liverwurst or Braunschweiger. I'll eat that stuff all day, but it's hard to find it without extra stuff. I guess I could make my own. I could try that. I'm gonna cook this liver. It's 4.5 ounces, and then I think I'm gonna probably put a few of those New York strip little pieces in there. Also, just to have a little bit of meat with it. Maybe it'll cut the liver taste. This is when it's hard to not yell bam. Copyright. Here comes the boom! I think that's a song. I mean, fried up like that, it looks pretty good. I could smell the minerality of it. Let me know in the comments, do you like liver or not? Have you ever made liverwurst? Is there a good recipe I should look at? Video? Today's meal brought to you by the color brown. Think this knife is overkill? Yep. Overkill's my middle name. Aaron Overkill Kilby. That's screaming, oh my. Supposedly, when you get older, you miss the screaming of the children in the house. Maybe not the screaming, but you know, it gets lonelier. Sometimes I'm like, leave me alone, dog. And then other times I'm like, yeah, you might get some of this. Cut some just straight liver. Actually tastes pretty good. Not bad. Still need some salt. I didn't boom it enough. Or kaplow! See if I should ask some of my kids if they want to try some. I don't know what the deal is, but it's like this, it's thin cut and it's crisped up nice. It's good. Hey Grace, you want to try a piece of liver? Free sample.
It's kind of weird.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a horrible flavor.
Yeah.
The texture kind of weirds me out.
Yeah. And you know it's liver.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad. The flavor's not that bad.
No.
I think cutting it with this little bit of beef was nice. Just a little flavor explosion. But I really used to like liver as a kid. It never bothered me. And then one day I had it cooked just poorly. Yeah. I'm like, didn't try it for like 20 years. Oh, you didn't get it. What do you think?
Good.
It's good, huh? I'm gonna finish this because it tastes good. And when you kaboom it, trademarked. It's nice. All right, see ya at dinner time. Test. Made it home. 9:19. Yeah, so tonight was men's group. Sitting, opportunity to sit and chat with some guys from church. No, we don't just sit there and talk about our wives. I came in the house and it smells good in here from these beef shanks, but it also smells like liver. Oh wow, that reduced more than I thought it was gonna. I'm glad I got him home when I did. That was pretty close to burning. There's hardly any liquid left. Yeah, that reduced so much that it is so salty. I'm gonna add some water. About a cup or so. Yeah, that was unedible. I'm gonna heat this up for a second and then we'll eat it. I mean, we'll eat it. I mean, I'll eat it. I'm a little scared about this liver and this goat. I know I will like the beef. It's all about the beef, This thing the goat had a bunch of little bones in it. I think I'm going to just strain out the juice into this mason jar. It's probably pretty warm now. That has to be good for you. That tastes good. I've had goat before at an Indian restaurant, and I mean, it kind of tasted like lamb, but it had all these like little bones in it, which is inconvenient. All right, let's try this. I was thinking to do a stew, but I just pulled all the meat out, put it on my board, and my dog. Guess she doesn't like being on camera. Got this bone marrow, which doesn't bother me anymore. Some goat. Hey, leave it. I don't know if you can see that. This is skinned smoked goat. I don't taste any smoke. And that almost looks like there's skin on it. Might just be fat. Not too bad. This liver cooked to shreds. Well, the camera died. Well, all my fears were unfounded. If you take some of the bone marrow and put it with the liver, just tastes hearty. There is nothing wrong with any of this. I've always been a slightly adventurous eater. And as I got older, you know, things changed, but have changed. But I like having the three different meats and textures and tastes here. And like this connective tissue on the beef shanks is actually really good. I would have never ate that as a kid. See how long it takes me to get this video out. I forgot to do this yesterday. Let's see where we're at. I was able to spend some time commenting on comments or replying to comments. I got so many, it's so hard to keep up. So I apologize to anyone that feels left out. 4,759. It just keeps going up, and I'm thankful for that. Maybe I'll just go over a couple comments before I sign off for the night. This is from Mike Yankee. Said, I was going to do lion but due to not wanting so much protein in diet, I'm gonna do carnivore. And yeah, you could do lion diet, but I'm assuming wanting to have a higher fat content, which you can do. You're just gonna have to work a little bit harder at it. It's easier on carnivore. This is from Chuck Canada. Oh, well, I'll read this one. This is long. I too was type 2 diabetic with a lot of other health issues, was 650 pounds, and was basically going the diet anytime. I blew out my knee and wanted to lower my inflammation, so I went from diet to diet with my own research and wound up on carnivore, then lion diet. Still on the lion diet, but now I'm down around 220 pounds. No longer type 2, no longer ill from anything. All of this in 17 months. So 650 to 220 in 17 months. No longer ill from anything. All of this, yeah. 12 months in, I was no longer sick from anything, but weight was still up around 280, 300 pounds, give or take. Carnivore is a healing diet. Simply put, if you are sick and carnivore can help, it probably will. Let me say that again. Carnivore is a healing diet. Simply put, if you are sick and carnivore can help, it probably will. Look up how many people are speaking up saying this, just like what I'm telling you. Same as what you're saying too. This isn't a fad. Humans have been eating this way for 250k years. We have only been eating BS food stuff since the 1930s. Don't eat anything over processed. Don't eat sugar. Don't eat vegetables, seed oils, wham. That's simple and you'll be healthy. If you're lucky enough to catch this young enough, then you probably don't need to cut out fruit and veg. Just don't eat stuff that isn't food. Otherwise, if you need to heal like me, then go full carnivore till healed and then start adding things back in one at a time. Things that are food. That's crazy. That's crazy awesome. And really good advice. Really good advice. I have found a lot of healing on this diet. And I heard the other day, I forget it was where it said, only eat one ingredient foods. Don't eat anything that has more than one ingredient. Now you could put things together, have different ingredients, but nothing processed. That's amazing. And there's stories and accounts all over the place of carnivore healing people, and not only healing them, but like when it comes to weight, but healing how they think about food, how improper we think about food, and how food has become essentially a god and an idol that we worship, or a substance we believe in to help us feel different. And that's not healthy. That being said, the social aspect of food is cool. You know, it could be damaged, but sit down with your family and eat some food and be nourished and talk and be around each other, dine together. But it gets out of control really easy. Bones. Well, what I learned today is that I don't hate this liver, at least, beef liver. And this ossobuco and this goat has enough fat in it. Nice. All this nutrients. I'm gonna finish this off, edit this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Day 28 Lion Diet Down. Tomorrow's the 29th. Getting close. Getting close. See you tomorrow.